Welcome, welcome everyone. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that you are here. Thank you so much for showing up, and we are about to show out up in here. So, my name is Erica Kareem, and I am your host for this evening. I am the mom expert, and here, as we promised, that this is number two of rock. Hold on. So, oh Lord. Okay, so did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So anyway, yeah, so we're here with the part two training of Rocking It Out 2015. So for all of you, our hashtag is Rock It Out 15. It is in the Facebook event page, Rock It Out 2015. And it is New Relationships 2015. So hashtag Rock It Out 2015 and hashtag New Relationships 2015. Okay, so and join me live and create new relationships. That's what we're going to put is join me live and create new business. Hashtag Let's Connect 2015. Hashtag Let's Connect 2015. So I want to thank my panel of expert women. I want to really take the time out first and foremost to thank you for coming out, stepping up with me boldly to help me impact the lives of all the people here that is willing to listen. Woo, woo, woo. Okay.
Woo! Get excited. Well, we're
Yes,
getting
yes.
excited.
And also for taking the lead, ladies that are on my panel, you're taking the lead to help your life so that you don't have to go through the same mistakes. That's what we're here for, so people don't have to go through the same mistakes that we've been through. So we are taking the lead to help them shorten their learning curve. So you can really get excited about that, right? So
Absolutely.
as promised, we are going to give you the 7 steps what you can do to rock it out now so that you can implement now to get your 2015 off to an awesome start. So again, here's our part two session. Also now, ladies, as promised, we're going to give you a few free giveaways, and you can get excited about that because these ladies here are awesome. Now, I have a resource for you at the end as well, but I only have 5 spaces left. Again, I only have 5 spaces left. So if you want to continue with me further at the end, I want you to have my email down for 2 reasons. Number one, the first reason is so that you can be one of the first 5 if you want to continue your learning process with me. The second is we are doing a contest. Now this is my free gift. Now this is the reason why I put this contest together is because some of you out there want some coaching. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the link so that you can come behind the scenes with us. Ask us, you can give us one question. Pick any question that you want. Pick any expert up here that you want, just one. So one question, one expert, so that you can rock it out in 2015. Now here are some house rules. You're going to email me at info@ericakareem.com. and you're going to say behind the scenes. Now, if you are chosen, I'm going to send you the link to come behind the scenes with us. Okay, make sure rule number 2 is that your background is quiet. Rule number 3 is we love stories, but we don't have time for a long story only because of time purposes. So we want you back here. We want to help you, but just give us your question so that we can coach you on your solution. Okay, and lastly, listen, ladies, we are here to bless you, to pour into you. If your hair is messy, your house is dirty, you have limiting beliefs, don't worry about that tonight, because here it's all about you. Okay, do not miss your blessing, because sometimes one answer is all you need to jumpstart, to get yourself to the next level. So here is the contest rules. We have Rock It Out 2015. Now we are going to give you some nuggets. We're going to give you 7 juicy nuggets tonight, and we want you to post them. So we want you to post. We want to see who's posting out there. And also email me at info@ericakarreem.com. You may be saying, how do you spell Erica Karreem? So let me give it to you now. Info, I-N-F-O, at Erica, A-E-R-I-C-A. Again, that's A-E-R-I-C-A. Last name is Karreem, K-A-R-R-I-E-M. Again, it's K-A-R-R-I-E-M.com. And you must have a camera on your computer. You must have Google. Yeah, I think you had to have Google, probably Google Plus or something like that. So if you have all of these criteria, no noise in your background, you have a camera on your computer, we don't care if your hair is messy, we just want you to get your answer. Come what you showed up for. I mean, get what you showed up for, okay? Make sure that you email me at info@ericakarreem.com, and don't come with a drawn out story, because because of time purposes, we are here to help you and get to the next person. We're going to choose 2 people to help tonight. So I hope that you are engaging with us and you want to let us pour into you. And as usual, my goal is to always, in everything that I do, leave people better than how I found them. Seriously, we're going through, sometimes we're going through trying times in our homes and on our lives, and we want to uplift you, make sure that you implement so that you can be better. And if you missed part 1, you missed something amazing. We talked about our setbacks, our challenges. We talked about what we did to pull ourselves out of our funk. That's what I call it. Sometimes we're in a funk, and sometimes we just need to be pulled out of it. So we talked about that. Also, if you missed part 1, you want to go back and look at it, because somebody should mute their button. Push your mute button. If you missed part 1, then you want to go back and watch it, because you are in for a treat. We talked about how we can get stopped from taking a leap of faith because of our husbands and our children and our parents and our best friends. They can put a little whisper in our ear and say no, and then we have our feelings hurt, and we say, you know what, maybe they're right. But you have to listen to your instinct, your intuition, and you have to know what you want in your life, what's best for you. Another thing is you have to know your value. We talked about what you bring to the table, which is very, very, very important. You need to know What do you bring to the table here? We talked about honoring your truth. You know your situation in your life. Nobody knows your situation like you do, and you should be around people that's going to stretch you and love on you, but you cannot let them stretch you to the capacity where you want it so bad, but then you unintentionally act out of integrity. And I've done that before. I think we've all done that before. We didn't mean to have integrity, but we got stretched so far that we just could not handle what we said we was going to commit to. So we don't want that for you all. And the last thing is to forgive yourself for whatever's been holding you back. 2015 is a new year, new way of life, new way of thinking, and you want to embrace your past, but you can't change it, right? So embrace what happened to you in the past, and let's move on, look forward to the future, and let's soar in 2015. It's just that simple. Now again, our hashtag is Rock It Out 2015, New Relationships 2015. Make sure you put a hashtag in front of it, hashtag Rock It Out 2015, hashtag New Relationship 15. Why did I do those two hashtags? Well, because we are going to commit to bring in the new year with a new mindset of I need help. I need community, I need collaborations, and I want to do bigger things than I've ever done before. And in order to do that, you can't do it by yourself. So you need to build relationships. And the way you do that is you be proactive. They're just not going to come knocking at your door. You know that, right? We've sat and we sat around and people just don't knock at your door. So you have to go and be proactive and make your 2015 an awesome year. Okay, so let's see here. I am going to introduce my panel. Okay, let's see here. The first one we have is, oh, okay. Let's do, I don't see Shayla's face. She's on. Let's start out with Lori. Hi, Lori. Thank you so much for showing up tonight and helping me rock it out with these women. How are you this evening?
Absolutely. I am fabulous, inspired. Absolutely inspired. Thank you for having me, Erica.
Thank you. Now, people that have never heard of you before, can you tell us what you do and briefly your story? They need to hear your story.
I'm Lori Pelzer, ladies, and I am the CEO of Be Inspired International. And my company is a national personal development company for women. We deal with the success. And what is the definition of success of you? It is you reaching for a goal, putting the aim out there toward that goal and completing that goal. That's the definition of success. So my company was designed to help you personally develop. I had a business side to my company, and we've taken that business side away. It was a big decision I've made for 15, and I'm really excited about the decision. I want to work with women in transformational work. I'm an entrepreneur of 19 years. I know how to build a business, and it's been an exciting journey working with women since I entered the coaching business, Erica, and all the ladies out there. But I'm very animate because I've seen what needs to really happen. We need to alter your original expression of what you thought you really were, and we need to give you new meaning to who you really are. So becoming that woman you envision is the core of my personal development success company. And that's me. I'm Lori Pelzer. It's been 19 years as an entrepreneur. I spent 17 of those years as a real estate agent, then broker owner of my own company. I sold a company to ERA Wilder Realty, was the first African-American woman to do that in my town. became a household brand name. I'm super excited about that. When people thought real estate, they thought of me. And so I understood what branding meant, and I understood what it meant to take care of people. So that's the core of who I am. I'll be found dead taking care of women. And so that's my story there. And my last part of my story is I'm a teen mom. I grew up in the projects. I was a product of a single mother household. I always say single mothers do the best they know how to do. I learned that much later on. I had a love-hate relationship from my mom because I was a victim to child sexual abuse on many occasions. My father was not in the home. I was fatherless, so I had the daughter-father syndrome issue. I went through life feeling abandoned, isolated, and I became a teen mom looking for love. And my father, he just never showed up and never gave me what a man that was about 13 years my senior gave me, which was babies. And so 2 babies by 18, but I made it out. I believe that everything we need is inside of us.
Yes.
So I beat every statistic, and became a millionaire. Lost it all in 2008 and 9. And it's not that I didn't get to enjoy it along the way, but the real estate crash of '08 changed the life of a lot of Americans, and I happen to be one of those. So that's the story.
Okay, thank you, Lori. Okay, Ebony.
I knew you were going to call me to go after Lori.
Oh.
No, I'm just joking. Thank you, Erica, for having me here. So everybody out there, hello. My name is Ebony Truss, and I am the CEO of the Purpose, Passion, and Profit Group. And I help women who are sad, bad, mad, busted, and disgusted to find true fulfillment in life by helping them to discover their purpose and then giving them systems in order to build revenue streams from that purpose. And then we strategize together on an action plan to make it all happen. My intention is to help every woman that I come in contact with to be everything that they hadn't been, to be more than what they are now, and to be greater than what they ever thought they could be. So as a transformational speaker and coach, I make sure that I share with them my story. Everybody knows my business because my mess is my message. And so kind of like Lori, I have experienced failure in business, but I am at a place where I understand that we need a new definition of failure. And so failure is a foundation, failure is feedback, it's not final. And so I work with my clients in my speaking and in my coaching to make sure that they understand exactly what failure is if they've experienced it and how to be a success at being successful. And so that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Get to know me.
All right. Thank you so much, Ebony, for tuning in with us. Okay, Chanya, are you there?
I am here. Hi, you guys. How are you
Okay.
today?
Hi,
Great.
thank you so much, Chanya. We can't see you. Can you?
Can you see me now? Because I can see me.
No. Oh, there you are. Okay, good, good.
Okay.
Okay.
I can see me. Okay. So I'm Chanya.
Good.
So I'm Chanya Johnson. As I stated on 2 days ago, I'm a government relations professional. I do have several companies that I operate here in the Texas area. The one that I mainly work with now is Gov Fundamentals, all things government. So if you don't know of a politician, I am the good politician. I am the one that will help you guide and navigate the intricacies of government. You're looking to do business with the government, whether it be to get a grant or get a federal contract, or you're seeking to get appropriations through one of your members of Congress. Well, I'm the person that assists you in navigating that terrain. I think the thing that I'm mostly going to talk about today is looking at your message, how it can be a movement, and then what momentum you need to move forward. And that's pretty much who I am. People can Google me. I have a nice little bio, what have you, but I'm looking forward to more conversation and how it is I can help the audience get to where they want to go, especially when it comes to government relations. So, again, thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you, Chanya. Thank you. So you are the government relations queen. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So Cheryl Pullins, thank you so much for coming, Cheryl. How are you?
I am fabulous. How are you?
Great, great. Thank you so much for
Awesome.
coming and introduce yourself to these lovely women that's tuning in with us.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm Cheryl Pullins. I consider myself a gap tooth brown girl from South Philly. I am CEO of Cheryl Pullins Global. And the reason why we exist is to help women discover their own self empowerment so they can become the fullest expression of who they were destined to become. And at 2, I was adopted. At 9, I was shot by a stray bullet. At 12, I found out my next door neighbor's children were actually my sister and brother from the same mother. At 18, I met my biological mother. And the list goes on and on and on. But me, I am solely dedicated. I've taken I call it my personal oath, my personal oath to really helping women discover that they already have inside of them what they need to create the life they desire, to create the life they desire. And most times I help them through that by dealing with themselves, confronting themselves. And when we were on the call the other night, Lori had me like wanting to jump over the moon because she was just hitting on everything that I've been feeling within my own self and my own shifts. So it just confirmed for me the season. So that's who I am. That's what I do. You can find me at icoachwomen.com because that's what I do. I coach women.
Wonderful. Okay, absolutely. This is just amazing. Thank you so much, Cheryl. So, again, I'm Erica Kareem, and I am the host for this evening. And I wanted to share that I help moms with multiple children to create and manage a successful business, all while filling their emptiness in their souls and connecting with other moms so they don't feel alone. And so my story is by 21, I had 2 children. By 25, I was married. And all I did was wanted to make my family happy. I cooked with love. I cleaned with love. And I think around maybe year 6, I was like, what the hell is this shit? That's how I was feeling for real. Like, it's got to be more than what's going on up in here. I was feeling my spirit was down. I was unfulfilled. I felt lonely. My family was good. I had everything in order here, but I wasn't in order. And so I understand when people are feeling lonely and then we don't talk. So what happened was I became the un-me. That wasn't who I used to be. I didn't used to be down in spirits and depressed and lonely. I didn't used to be like that. And so I want to help people. And if you allow me to help you, that's what I do. Help people deal with their souls first. So together what we do is we figure out what your calling is. We figure out what type of mindset are you dealing with, because I've been there wondering, am I too fat? Am I not smart enough? Do I not look this way or appropriate for this? But no, God created you the way you were supposed to be created. So we deal with what is holding you back, what's holding you hostage from taking control of your life, and what in your inner peace and your inner happiness is holding you back. So I always coach women every day. I coach mothers, and I coach them. And what I learned is that they are masking their frustrations. They won't just up and tell you. I didn't. Not at first. I didn't. I wouldn't. And also, they want more. They want more, but they won't stand up. They won't say, I want more. I'm ready to take control of my life. Why? Because they are afraid to fail. They are afraid of what other people think. They let their, like I said, spouses talk them out of it. They let their friends talk them out of it. And so that's what I do, is I help you find your true value and find your true worth. Now, for those of you that are in the Facebook group, we want you to hashtag Rock It Out 2015, hashtag New Relationships 2015. And again, if you want to enter the contest, then email me info@ericakareen.com. Okay. So as we promised, we're going to have 7 steps that you can implement, like right now. As soon as you get off the webcast, we're going to give you something that you can implement. And that's what we wanted for you. We're going to make them quick because, you know, if we got somebody that want to come on and be coached with us, then we're going to make it quick. So I'm going to go first because mine is going to be quick and simple, and I'm going to let the other ladies do theirs. So mine is create relationships. And the reason why I did that is because for me, and for I know a lot of women, we sit at home, we are always on our computers, but we don't reach out. So what I want you to do is, if you're taking notes, excuse me, if you're taking notes, I want you to reach out to your Facebook friends, the ones that you think have it going on, or the ones that you may not have it going on, but they may be in your caliber probably, and you reach out. You reach out to your LinkedIn friends. You reached out. You make a video on Instagram, and you say that you would like to connect. You know, you really tell them that you like what they are up to and that you would like to connect. You would like to take some time out to see what they're about, see how y'all can collaborate and connect for the new year. So that is number one, your number one implementation. And I want you to do that for at least 10 or 15 women per, or men, or whoever you want to collaborate with. But do about 10 or 15 people at least per month. Okay, it could be per week, but if you're real busy, try to reach out per month and try to set something up so that you can create your relationships. And when you reach out, don't send anyone your book, your link to your this, none of that. You want to reach out on, how can I help you? That burns me up when somebody inbox me and say, hey, Erica, look at my stuff. Like, do I know you? So I don't even respond. My life is so busy that I don't even open it up, because if somebody want to collaborate with me, I want them to say, hey, how can I help you? How can we help each other? It's not about me. And so just tell them that you're looking for partners for 2015. You want your year to be big. I know they have the same goals as you, and how can you all connect and see some amazing results together? So that is mine. Create your relationships. So make sure you write that down. Create your relationships. All right, who's next?
Shayla, I think, has joined the call.
Shayla?
Hey, Erica, can you see me?
Yes. How are you this evening?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. Now, okay, so since I must have skipped you or something. So what I want you to do is first introduce yourself. Okay. Tell everybody what you were, because we got some new people that's probably joining us for this evening. And then give us you're the tip number 2. Mine was create relationships. So let's go.
Awesome. I'm Shayla Boyd-Gill, CEO and founder of Labor Business Coaching. I work with service-based women entrepreneurs to help them to ditch the money guilt and build 6- and 7-figure businesses that they absolutely love. What I really love focusing on is helping women to get rid of the shame. Get rid of feeling bad about mistakes that you've made. Move forward in your gifts. Move forward and have joy in the business that you've created for yourself. Don't worry about what people think about you. I've done it all. I've lived it all. I'm a mom of 6. I know you're a mom of 7. So I make things happen with the business. So you can never tell me you have an excuse of your children getting in the way of you running your business. You can't tell me that life is too busy, that you can't focus on your business. I can show you how to get things done and streamline the process so that you can get the outcome that you absolutely desire. So let's step into tip number 2. One of the things I really love to tell people to focus on is the clients that you currently have. We spend so much time chasing new clients, chasing other people, trying to get them into our system, and absolutely ignoring the people that are supporting us the most. Those people that are paying you the money that you use to run your business. We get them in, we say thank you, we provide a service, and we turn our head the other way. It's not fair to them. They can be our marketing team. Those are our ambassadors. Those are the people that we can call on and say, hey, I have a new program I want to share with you. They can be the people that you go to offer a new service to. It's easier to get a yes from people that you already know versus going out and trying to educate new people and get them to a yes. So don't forget the people that already love you and already rave about you.
Okay, thank you so much, Shayla. So number 2 is basically engage your
current clients.
Engage your current clients. Okay, boom. Okay, got it. Okay, Lori.
Actually over here working just a little bit, keeping all the women informed. Well, hey, ladies, again, I'm Lori Pelzer. I am Lori. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I'm off mute. Okay, yep. I'm Lori Pelzer. I am the Woman Success Coach. And so let's talk transformation. So what is my success tip for you to go into 15? I want you to stay with me. Got to really be focused on this. 2 words I want you to research. Those who worked with me before know I like to define words. I believe once you define the word, you're able to then take that word and correlate it to your own circumstance, situation, life, whatever you're looking to achieve. So first word is cleansing. Cleansing. The other word is clearing. The other word is clearing. Okay, so you want 6 figures. You want 7-figure income business. That would be me. I want 7-figure income business. That means $1 million producing company. You want to market better. You want a brand. You want to climb the corporate ladder. You want to become an author, write that book or write a better book. Whatever it is you are here to achieve, I don't believe you're going to be able to do it unless you do this. And I'm standing by it, okay? So don't send me the nasty grams. You're going to need to clear and you're going to need to cleanse. You're going to need to clear and you're going to need to cleanse. So I want you to research the word. But really quickly, clear means the process of becoming clear. Diamond clarity is going to be your keyword for 15. You're going to have to learn the word clarity and really embrace that word, or you're going to find yourself on that hamster wheel turning and turning, and you're never going to get there because you're not clear enough. You got to get clear. Now, how are you going to do that? And cleanse. A lot of you know that that's a spiritual activity, a process for a lot of women. We're all going to go into some type of cleansing process. If you are spiritual, I'm undergoing a cleansing process as we speak. That's why I got a bad headache today. It started today. So I want to leave you with a word there called purge. Free yourself from anything that you know is limiting you, holding you back, shutting you down, stopping you at every turn. It keeps showing up. It keeps showing up no matter how many coaches you get, hint, hint, no matter how much money you spend, how many conferences you go to. We want you to come to the conference. We want you to get a mentor. But I want you to go deeper because it makes no sense to keep throwing yourself in the same fire and getting burned, actually. So I want you to catch this, the process of clearing and cleansing. When you research that for yourself, it'll become more meaningful. And in closing, what are the benefits? I did a telesummit called the Metamorphosis. So in 15, Erica and all the women out there, I'm putting my whole company around this thing called metamorphosis. We're going to take women in the cocoon, like a caterpillar going to the butterfly. We're going to help you develop certain parts of you. But the biggest benefit is the womb work. WOMB. What does the womb mean? Your uterus. That may offend some people, but it is an organ that God gave us, the creator. It's where things are birthed, the development of things. So whatever you want to develop, you got to do the transformational work, period. So if you're fearful of talking in front of people, how are you going to do business? If you're fearful of talking with people to close the sale, how are you going to close the sale? You got to deal with the womb stuff that's stopping you, which is the fear of talking to people. So everything is womb work, and that's where my company is going, and that's what I'm offering you to do, the womb work, transformational work, cleansing and clearing. Thank you, Erica.
She's muted.
Yeah,
Erica, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm unmuted.
No, Erica is muted. Erica needs to unmute.
Yeah, Erica, I thought I was muted. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I kept saying Ebony. Okay, Ebony, unmute yourself. Thank you so much, Lori. That was amazing. Amazing.
Thank you very much.
Ebony?
She has to unmute herself.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, my computer is PMSing or something. I'm not sure what's going on with this laptop. I don't know what's going on with it. Okay. Okay, so my tip is very simple, very basic, but something that I know keeps me from experiencing that overwhelm that leads to procrastination. And of course, you know that procrastination will keep you broke. So my tip is to begin with the end in mind. And what I mean is you want to sit down and you want to think about, what do you want your life to look like this time next year? Okay, what do you want to have accomplished? What, conferences, what businesses do you want to have started? What clarity do you want to have gotten? Whatever it is, however you want December 30th, 2015 to look for you, you're going to list those things. I suggest listing, one physical thing, one spiritual thing, one emotional thing, one business related thing, one educational thing, things like that. And then you're going to break the year down into quarters, and you're going to build backward. And so, for instance, if you say, well, I want to have my first book published by this time next year, then you're going to build back. So by the first part of the fourth quarter, you want to have your final transcript to the editor. Then you go back to third quarter. Well, you want to have all your things done. Second quarter, first quarter, you maybe said, okay, well, I have to outline. What do I want to say? Who do I want to say it to? So that and then once you break down each quarter, you go to each month, then to each week, and literally what each day should look like, so that every single day you're doing something that will lead you to the 2015 that you want to see. A lot of times we set these goals and then we have no everyday step that we are going to take in order to lead us to those goals. And so we get to second quarter, haven't done anything. Books not written, nothing's done, don't have an editor, don't know who's going to proofread, none of that stuff. Third quarter comes, now we feel bad because now we're behind the 8 ball. Fourth quarter come, and now we're making that resolution, well, next year I do my book. Nah, boo, you can do your book this year if you plan it right. So go ahead, write down what you want 2015 to look like, and then again, take each of those large steps, break them down by quarter, break those down by month, break those down by week, and then break those down by day, so that starting tomorrow, you're already working on what, December 30th, 2015 will look like.
Okay, absolutely. Thank you so much. That was excellent. To so are you saying to organize or pre-plan?
Absolutely, but you plan backward instead of forward. So
Plan
you
back.
already, yes, plan backward. I tell my clients, plan backward and live forward. So what you wind up doing is you already have a vision, like your overall vision for what you want to have, what you want to be, all that good stuff. But don't try to eat the elephant all at one time. Eat it one bite at a time. And for me and for my clients, one bite means every single day. I'm going to be doing something, and we even do this like for 5-year goals, 3-year goals. I have my 5-year goals already planned out, and so I know what today, 5 years from now, will look like because I worked on something today to get me there. So we got to plan backward and then live forward and stop trying to do all these things at the last minute and set ourselves up for failure and disappointment, and then of course that perfectionism kicks in and oh my gosh, there's so much drama. Nah, just start at the end and plan backward.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Woo woo. Ebony. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, Chanya. Chanya Johnson, girl.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just posting that. Hey, Ebony, I want to eat the elephant all at once.
You're gonna get indigestion. Don't do that, girl. You're gonna have a stomach ache.
So
You're gonna go in the toilet.
the interesting thing is I love planning. I love planning. That's how I live my life. If you know me, I've been married for 20 years, and I had my first daughter 10 years ago. So I planned everything out. I planned everything. And so I was definitely going to go with planning your life out and, goal setting. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch gears a little bit because I do believe that we got to do the inner work. Lori talked about doing the inner work. And so something that really supports and helped me is this: positive affirmations and declarations. That is key for you upgrading your space that you're in. You can be in your home and be miserable, but if you have declarations and affirmations and some really good music that motivates you, get your day started, it always helps. So what I would serve or what I would tell people is that they should develop a list of 10 affirmations and 10 declarations. There is a difference. Declaration is declaring what it is. Then affirmation is you're affirming. But declare where it is you want to be. You want to be a 7-figure. Hey, say that every morning to yourself in the mirror. Do the mirror work. Look in the mirror. Look at yourself with your beautiful self. You should always be encouraging yourself how beautiful you are, how curvy you are, how long hair you are, whatever it is. You want to make sure that you're speaking life into yourself because nobody else can do that but you. And I also often tell young people and adults that I work with, it's an inside job. If you're going from point A to point B, it's still an inside job. So the two things I would say is definitely upgrade your space, get yourself in a place of peace, whether it be in your house or if you have to go to Starbucks. When you wake up in the morning, have your affirmations and your declarations there for you. And that's what I would give them. That's the tip.
Ooh, oh my God, that was the elephant right there. Okay. I love it. Okay, so affirmations and declarations, and I do live by that, and I do agree with you 100%. Okay, thank you so much, Cheryl Pullins. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. So I'm Cheryl Pullins from iCoachWomen.com, and I'm going to take it way back. I'm going to dial it way back and get really, really, really basic about something that I've discovered that so many of us overlook. Anything that I talk about typically is out of my own experience. It's not theory for me. It's reality. It's experience. It's my own journey. And what I've discovered in my journey is that all of us, every single one of us, we want to feel a certain way. We want to feel a certain way. We're social emotional beings. Our feeling is connected to our emotions. I spoke at a women's conference a couple months ago in Maryland, and I asked the basic question. I asked the ladies, how do you want to feel when you wake up in the morning? How do you want to feel when your feet hit the floor? And so many women said that they wanted to feel refreshed, that they wanted to feel fulfilled, that they wanted to feel excited, that they wanted to feel, whatever other words they came up with, empowered, that they wanted to feel just excited about life. And I asked them, I said, well, are you feeling that way? And they said, no, they're not. So my tip is for you to be real intentional about pursuing the things that make you feel the way you desire to feel. If you desire to feel fulfilled, if you desire to feel exhilarated and exciting about what it is you're doing, about your life, about your future, about what your life is going to look like 12 months from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, then you intentionally create experiences that allow you to move in that direction. So I want you to think about, how do I want to feel when my feet hits the floor in the morning? And then I want you to think about it. I want you to answer, how do I want to feel at the end of the day when my head hits the pillow? And you fill it in between with the experiences that are going to lead you in that direction. That's my tip.
Okay, thank you so much. Woo woo. So yours is, how do you want to feel each day?
Be
Is that right?
intentional.
Yep.
Be intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so that's 6. So I have another one, and then if you all want to give another one, you can, but I have a bonus one. So Ebony hit on this one, and this one right here is something that is really dear to me, and it is be consistent. And the reason why it's really, really, and I mean when I say really, really, I mean it is extremely dear to me, because I am that person that is impatient. And if it don't happen right then, and it's not giving me the results that I want, it's just like I don't want to do it no more. And so you cannot live your life like that. You have to um, be consistent, which is, what does that say? They say, y'all help me about reap and sow. So you have to sow and plant first, right? And then you can reap your benefits. So if you be consistent, you will see the results. And if you be strategically consistent, you will see your outcome to be the way you want it to be, and it will end up being rinse and repeat, and you just do it all over again. So you have to be consistent. You have to, like Ebony said, you have to plan, and you have to be able to and be willing to tweak as you go. Tweak as you go. So being consistent. The other one that I wanted to say is, you must have, well, this is the bonus. This is a big bonus. Do anybody have another one that they want to share with? Because I have a bonus. Does anybody want to give another bonus or no? No? Okay. So this is the bonus.
Erica, I do.
Okay.
It's really quick, really quick. Thank you.
Okay, so good. I'll do mine first, and then I'll let you speak. Okay, so mine is good. Okay, so have a support group. Have a support group. Don't go into 2015 trying to do it by yourself. You're going to be feeling stuck, alone, frustrated, depressed. You're going to feel like that you're not doing the right things, or you're not good enough, or you're just going to, your mind is going to be playing tricks on you. So get around people that's going to pull you forward and be able to help you, cheer you on, and love on you, pour into you. And so that is our first bonus, is have a support group. And thank you so much. Woo woo.
I love it,
Okay.
Erica.
Thank you, Lori. Thank you. Okay, Lori,
Okay.
what's your bonus?
Okay, can everyone see this book? Can y'all see this book?
Hold on. Let's see.
The One Thing.
The one
Can
thing.
see it?
The one
Okay.
thing. The one thing. Yes.
All right, so I want ladies to go out and purchase her book, The One Thing. And like I said again, the other night I shared that this is by Gary Keller, Garykeller. He's the chairman of the board and co-founder of Keller Williams Realty. Now, I didn't become successful in real estate just by trying to show a house, because that's not actually how you become successful in real estate. So Gary Keller is the millionaire trainer behind successful real estate agents. He talks a lot about, you talked about consistency and support. So I'll come up from the deep a little bit and tell everyone I know how to come up from the deep. But to do two things at once is to do neither. Multitasking is merely the opportunity to screw up more than one thing at one time. So I'm going to close the book, and I'm just going to add, who are the queens of multitasking? We are. We brag about it. It's our crown. But one thing. So when the question was asked the other night, why would I take the business coaching off the table? Because I've decided, Diamond Clarity, the one thing is going to be that thing, and I'll be able to give all of me to that one thing. Everything flows from the one thing. Are you doing too many things? I need you to read the book, then define it for yourself. Are you one of these multitaskers that's doing nothing and you're hurting everything that you're doing because we do too much and we wonder why we're dead? We're just dead. Women are dying of heart disease and strokes and things we shouldn't even be dealing with, aneurysms. So let's talk about the one thing. Let's get in tune with that. That would be my bonus.
Oh, that was an excellent bonus. The one thing. Now, you all know, ladies, that we are always multitasking. Am I gonna have to be the only one to admit to that?
Nope.
No. Multitasking. I'm telling you, know what? I used to think years ago that if you was a multitasking, then you was like super mom, superhero. But I'm telling you, multitasking drains you. And as you get older, you just can't do it right no more. We ain't that young thing that we used to be, right? So it looks like I have a couple of questions in the chat. So let me scroll down one moment. Okay, Cheryl, I guess it's been a lady that has been following you, she said. And she said, I think she's seen you in Essence magazine or something. What did you do to get in a magazine or that magazine? Cheryl Pullins.
That wasn't me. Not in Essence, no.
No, a magazine. Any magazine?
Okay. I mean, I've been in magazines. I have not been in Essence, but I've been in magazines. You know, honestly, any magazine feature I've gotten is because I show up in the market space. I share my story. I interact. I build relationships. That's really what, I don't angle myself any kind of way or anything. I mean, I've been around for a little while and I build relationships, but I do have something of value. I do have something that people want to hear and be a part of, and that contributes to it a great deal. And it really points back to growing and developing your personal brand, being very clear about who you are as a brand and how you show up in the market space. Lori made reference to that earlier. She knew how to build herself as a brand, so that she became successful. And that really is, when you want to be seen as someone that has value, that people want to feature, collaborate with, partner with, joint venture with, all of those things, including being in a magazine, it's directly related to the personal brand that you create and you put out into the market space.
Wonderful. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. The next question we have is for Chanya. Chanya, are you there? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, so it says you work in the government, and it's a twofold question. One is politicians really crooked, and the second thing, okay, so they wanted to know is politicians really crooked, and they wanted to know how do you run to be a politician.
Okay, so that's sort of a loaded question, but let me say this. Human beings are crooked, so it doesn't matter. In every field of study or industry, you have people who are unethical, who are not doing things properly. So it doesn't have to do with politicians, but most people see them in a light, and so they want to say they're politicians, but not all politicians are crooked, just like not all people are bad. So that's the first thing. People are human. People make mistakes. Some of them make a career out of making mistakes, and it's just not politicians. The reason that they go into the work of public service is to be of assistance to people, to make communities better, to make the world better, to change policies that impact each of our lives every day. And so that's why I do the work that I do, because I know that with me being there, with the integrity that I have, I'm not waving or shifting any kind of way. I know what it is I stand for. And so that's why we need more people who are ethical and who understands and who want to abide by the law and make our communities better. So that's sort of that. The question about how to run for office, and so the other thing is just, I would say, if you could, you should reach out to me if you're really interested. I have a book called Running in Heels, which is for women, and I train women all across the U.S., particularly on college campuses, on how to run for office. And so that campaign is called Elect Her. Getting more women to have a seat at the table so that they can make decisions that impact our lives every day, whether it be, the minimum wage increase, whether it be unemployment, whether it be, protecting our reproductive health rights. It's a whole gambit of issues, but you don't run to be a politician. You run to be a public servant in a different area. So you have to decide whether or not you're going to run on a state, local, federal level. Once you decide what level you're going to run on, obviously you need to tap someone that can be a campaign manager that could talk to you about your chances of winning and what does that look like, how you can build a successful campaign. I have a website, but I guess I'll give it to you guys later, where we train you on how to develop messages around campaigning. And so I'll share a little bit more of that later, but that's pretty much how it is. It's no one answer to how to run for office. Some people, high schoolers, decide to run for office. And if you think about when you were in grade school, you had an SGA, or you had someone running to be prom queen or king. It's similar to that. It just takes more work on the outside, in that you need money, you need a support group, you need to have a really strong message, you have to have some credibility, you need resources. And so that's probably pretty much, some of the things that you need. But I would love to have a more conversation with you, because I just want to make sure you tweak your thinking about politicians, because first of all, they're public servants that are supposed to be serving you. So if you believe all your politicians are crooked, well, you need to make sure you're voting for the right people, and or holding them accountable for the things that you've asked them to do for you when it was election time. Thank you. Great question.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, okay, looks like we have two more questions here. Let's see. It looks like it's a man on here, and he said, Ebony, do you help men, or are you only for women? Unmute yourself.
All right,
Unmute
can you
yourself.
hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Did you want me to repeat
Okay,
the
awesome.
question?
No, I'm good. I was going in and I realized you guys can hear me. Okay,
Okay.
so thank you for that question. I am open to coaching men. My primary audience is women, but I am open to coaching men. I won't say issue, but the only kind of thing that I find in men who have asked me to coach them is that you guys have these wonderful, wonderful, awesome things called egos. And sometimes the ego kind of, gets in the way a little bit. And so that's a conversation that we can have. If you are coachable, if you are teachable, if you're willing to do what it takes, then I will, gladly consider helping you out. I mean, my vision, my purpose is for, those who desire to take advantage of it. So I don't want to say no, but I will say it is case by case. So if you like, we can have that conversation.
Okay, case by case. Okay, I understand that. Thank you so much, Ebony.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, so okay, so we have one for Shayla, and then we have one for Lori. Okay, so Shayla, okay, so they said that on the first call, they said that you rebuilt yourself back in 6 months. What things did you do? Because they've always heard that it's been like 18 to 24 months to build yourself back up. You did it yours in 6 months. What did you do?
Great question, Erica. The first thing that I actually had to do was get a guide, and I invested in a scary way to find someone that could really catapult my process. And the thing I had to do was really, I think this goes back to what Lori was speaking of, being really intentional about who you get to guide you in your process, who's your coach or your mentor, interviewing them, making sure that the person is in the game for you. I knew that I needed someone that had proven results. I knew that I needed someone that knew my back end story and someone that was willing to fight for me. I needed someone that was going to hold me to my vision and didn't allow me to talk or back myself out of my promise to myself. The other thing to understand is I did not have a 9 to 5, so my business was my income. That's how I had to support my family. So I was highly committed to getting things done. I was highly committed to putting myself out there because I needed to bring the income in. And I was already committed to serving women and serving clients. So I needed the money to follow it. And it worked in my favor. I was able to, you know, do a lot of things that other people that were participating in my groups weren't able to because they may have been working 9 to 5s or they just weren't as committed. They were comfortable. I was uncomfortable. And sometimes when you're uncomfortable, you will get yourself busy and do what you need to do to make the progress that you need to make. I was so uncomfortable. It was, I needed to make sure we kept the roof over our head. I needed to make sure we had the vehicle. I needed to make sure my babies were fed. You're willing to do all kind of things to make sure that your babies are taken care of. They were all ethical. But I pushed myself. I put myself out there publicly. I told people what I did. I stopped hiding behind the computer. I showed up in locations. I asked to be on people's stages. I asked people to be my clients, and I got people until a yes. I kept asking until people said yes.
Okay, wonderful. So what you're saying is just because someone say no, don't put your head down. Just keep moving forward, right?
You may have to ask 100 people, but be willing to ask those people until you get the results that you want.
Yes, yes. Okay, Lori, you have kind of similar the same question, but they wanted to know, I think that you said that you made money with the real estate, and they wanted
Mhm.
to know what was your actions, just like Shayla, what were your actions that you did consistently daily to get you to where you needed to go? And if you had to do it all over again to make a lot of money, would it take uh, a long time? Could you do it? Could you do your six figures or whatever? I think what they're trying to ask you is, does it really take
I get it.
24 months and that long time? Okay.
Okay. First question, we'll answer that, my daily activities and what I did to become a household brand name in the real estate business. Number one, I put customers first. I care. That's very, I know that's not so written, but it is. It's the golden rule. And so I treat people, no matter how their credit looked, no matter what their story was, okay, that they deserved respect. So when they came to my office, they got treated with respect. They got the coffee, just like the person with an 800 credit score got the coffee. Okay? So I don't care if she or he did not have the credit to buy a house today. I treated them all with love and care and respect. So that built my name right there. One person that can't do something, and if you treat them with respect, will send 5 people that can. And it happened over and over again. That's number one. Customer care, number one. Care for your customer. Number two, I showed up to my office as if though I was on a corporate job. And people who know that about me know I have a strong work ethic. I showed up to my office as an entrepreneur because we get a bad name. People say we're goofing off. They say other things. People say that we're out shopping, especially real estate agents. Y'all ain't doing no work. And some of them are not. They are putting on a suit because it feels good. I was at my office when the doors opened. I was there early, and I was the last one leaving. So my work ethic was very much, I would say, at the top of my daily routine, but it was in my core. Again, this is in my womb. So I worked. I didn't just sit behind a desk and want to go play on computers and show houses. People can feel that. Number three, like a lot of my collaborators tonight, coaches, these amazing, oh, y'all some powerful women, by the way. They talked about the market space. Cheryl Pullen said it. Then Shayla said it. Shauna said it. Ebony said it. You got to show up. See, I showed up everywhere doing everything. Now, you might not want to do it like I did it, but for sure, if there was a network event going on, Lori Pelzer was there shaking somebody's hand, several people's hand. That's not smooching up on people and rubbing elbows. That's getting to know your marketplace, letting the marketplace get to know you. This is how you make money. I know you want me to say, go get this system, get that system, but you have to build it the old way. And the old way was, how you doing? My name is. Shake a hand. Now we can do it virtually, but you still got to come from behind the computer and shake a hand. So I always stayed out in the market space, getting to know people. And number four, when I closed my clients, they became clients for life. That's a philosophy. It's called building Raven fans. I sent them baskets. I invested in my closings with my clients. I didn't just pick up a $3,000, $4,000, $10,000 check. People get a little antsy when you pick up that kind of money, you didn't give them not even a McDonald's coupon. You got to show your clients you care. So if you're in business and this is your question, those are the things I did consistently. And the last thing that's my secret, it's mine. I get into your head. I want to know what's going on in your heart. Because if you got marital issues and your husband like to fight you, I'm not going to come to your house because he want to fight me because I'm the kind of woman that's going to say something. So I got to know what kind of situation I'm walking into. Real estate is real tough because you go into people's environments and in their homes. So if you get all that down pat, get all of those, strong work ethic, care for your clients, create raving fans, stay in the marketplace, which builds branding and builds you, showing up to the things that you need to show up to, you're going to make the money. 6 figures is nothing. It's easy if you do that. That's the hard work. And then after that, to do it in your second question was, can you do it shorter? Well, let me say this. There's no shortcuts to success. And I know we hear it a lot. You know, let's get this overnight. We see it on Facebook. We see it out there often. And it bothers me, frankly, because I actually worked this business for 17 years. But I made $85,000 in my first 6 months in real estate doing just what I said. So then can you do it in a shorter period of time? Yes, you can. I'm 2 years into coaching, and 6 figures has already been accomplished. However, I've spent a lot of that money back out building the brand. So it's all about what you keep on the bottom line, okay? So don't get those two confused. But you can do it in a short period of time if you're willing to do the work. Hope that helps.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, I hope that helps for the person that asked that question. Okay, do y'all see anything down the chat row? So there was a question for me, and they said, what is my definition of happiness? The question was towards me. And how do I organize my 7 children, my husband, and myself? So the first thing is my definition of happiness is knowing who you are deep down in your soul. Knowing who you are deep down in your soul and not being apologetic for being who you really are. That is my definition of happiness. Loving yourself to the core, where you know who you are, you love who you are, and you won't bend for anyone. You have those values, you have those boundaries set up for yourself and your family, and you won't let anyone in hell and high water come and interrupt that. So that's my definition of happiness. Now, the next twofold question is, how do I organize my family, my children, okay, and my husband? Okay. So this answer took me a long time to perfect it. And really, it's not even perfected because sometimes I don't even know how my day is going to go. But we have a time for almost everything. A time for almost everything. Now, I will not say that we're perfect around here, but the kids know what time to bathe. They know what time we eat. They have a schedule on what time to wake up. I mean, you have to run your house like that when you are when you have so many children and trying to run a business. Somebody has to have some type of organization. And then for me, after I pick them up from school, they have to have their time. So I work for 6 hours. I spend my evenings with them, and if it's just something that I have to get done, then what I do is, because my husband, he needs his time too, and then after that I'm up. And I'll be up probably for another 2 to 3 hours. Sometimes I don't go to sleep till 2 in the morning, and my body is clockwork like that. I can still wake up at 6 in the morning. So organization as much as possible, boundaries, routines, and that's how I run my place. So, okay, let's see here. Anybody see any chats? Okay, so let's see if anybody emailed me. Does anybody want to come behind the scenes? info@ericacareem.com.
Erica, while you're getting ready for that, I have a lady who's texting me. She says she can't chat or message, but she wanted to see if any of the speakers would like to talk about fear.
Okay, okay. Does anybody want to take fear?
Come on, Cheryl.
Take it. I'll take it. It's funny. Fear is, I've been, dealing with this, the thought, the idea of fear and what's really, really the root and what's really keeping us and holding us back. And a lot of times when I ask women, okay, what's holding you back? And they go, oh, well, I'm standing in my own way. That's barely scratching the surface of what's really going on. Fear is just a manifestation of something that's going on deeper. And I always talk about the idea of being 3 levels down. I'm a big, big movie person. I mean, like, I need a movie intervention or something. That's how much I love movies. And I really believe, in the movie, in Inception, it's basically about dreams and, planning ideas and thoughts or whatever in people's minds, okay, that's fine. But they talk about this idea of these dreams within a dream and being 3 levels down. And it made me think about fear. We always talk about, peeling back the onion and getting to it. And but it's all the same principle. So when you say, what's holding you, I'm holding myself back, then you have to ask your question, okay, why am I? What is it that's, causing me to hold myself back? And then, we get to fear. So fear is like level 2. The first answer is, I'm holding myself back. Then, level 2 is, oh, well, because I'm afraid. Then we start to get a little closer and go, okay, what is it that you're afraid of? And that's where your truth and owning your truth comes into play. So it's not just enough to say, I'm fearful, and just, of course, yes, just do it anyway and work through it, but you still got to get to the root of, okay, where is this coming from? What's the root? What's the source down in here that's feeding this fear, and how did it get here? We're not born with these, fears. They're developed, and then we come highly developed in them, and then we use them as crutches and excuses for not showing up in the market space or in the world the way we've been destined to show up. So you really got to get to the root of, what is it that I'm afraid of? Really, my personal experience, rejection. Rejection is the thing that I was afraid of, and I was afraid of it. Why? Because at a very young age, my mother decided that I needed to be raised by someone other than herself. And at 12, when I found that out, that's when this idea of rejection came into play, because I thought, I wasn't even good enough for my own mother to raise me. That was the thought I had when I was 12 years old, the day I came home from school and found out that I was adopted. I wasn't good enough for my own mother to want me. So right in there, that's where the idea of rejection was introduced. And from that point on, it shifted my life in a way where there were things I would not do. Something as simple as saying hello to someone first. People thought I was stuck up and all, and it was none of that. You know what it was? I was afraid that they wouldn't speak back because I didn't like the way I thought it would make me feel, because I had rejection issues. You see how that plays out? And many of us, we do that. We live our lives in fear we don't understand why we're living in fear, and we don't take the time to do the soul work and find out what it is that's making us operate the way we operate, and we're operating in fear, and then we're schmoozing it over, by just saying, oh, I'm afraid. So I could go on and on about that, because that is very personal to me, because I've walked in that for a long time.
So that just goes to show, Erica, that it's transformational work that's needed. It's that wound work. It's that wound work. And then they can work on all of those great things that there are in store for them. And I believe the women on this call, though, in this session, all of us are down with the inner work. So she couldn't go wrong with working with any of these women. All of us, we're down with the inner work. Now, everyone is not down with the inner work because she's not willing to reveal herself. But down in that womb, it's that stuff that Cheryl said. It was there so long. I can agree.
Yeah. And Cheryl, just to piggyback on that, I want to tell you all that I grew up as the only child. And so I would go see my cousins, and they would always say, she thinks she's this, or she thinks she's that. My mama used to get my clothes from Walmart just like everybody else. I mean, I'm like, really? So when you grow up and you like, she thinks she's this and she thinks she's that. So what I used to do was hide who I really am, and I used to dim my light so that people didn't say she thinks she is and she thinks she's this and she thinks she's that. But now I do think I'm this and I think I'm that, and you should too. So, and it's not to be arrogant, it's confidence. And that's what it is, it's confidence. And it's no arrogance in it. I tell people all the time, you have to declare, like one of Chanya said, declare who you are. Declare who you are becoming. That's becoming is Lori's word. But yeah, declare this stuff and erase the fears. Erase the fears. So that's what I wanted to say. And the things that happen to when you are a child, it's like in your subconscious so long ago, you wouldn't even imagine. I wouldn't even have imagined that I was dimming my light because of something that happened at 12 and 14 years old. But, like Cheryl said, that's what happens. You just don't know. So that's my fear. That was my fear. So does anyone else before we go on? Okay, so let's see. So we are coming to a close. I would like for the women that has the free resources to give to our attendees tonight. I didn't see anyone that wanted to come online with us and get some coaching. So if I did overlook it, I looked in a Facebook group, I looked in my email. So if I'm overlooking it, then I hope one of my panelists catches it, because we still have a little bit of time to coach someone on helping them rock out their 2015. But if not, we're going to move on and give the free resources. Okay, so who wants to give their free resource first? Shayla? Unmute.
Okay, I'm unmuted now.
Okay.
All right. Well, first, Erica, I just want to let you know that I'm really honored and glad that I've been able to participate in this little symposium with you all. All the ladies that are here are phenomenal. It's really exciting, and I agree with Lori, Cheryl, and everyone else that, we all have similarities. We all are bringing very similar things to the table. We're all grounded, and I think, we look beyond the surface when we're serving our clients. And what I want to be able to support women with, especially service-based women entrepreneurs, if you are looking for tips and tools that you can use to be a better entrepreneur, a better CEO for your business, then I would love to offer you a free audio of 5 boss rules that you need to rock out 2015. It's an interview that I did with another young lady, and I give you some of my tips, some of the things that helped me to get to that 6 figures in the 6 months. I don't make promises to get clients to 6 figures in 6 months, but the tips and tools are things that you can use for consistency in your business and to build a sustainable business, and also build a team that will support you and love the business that you have. So you can go and get your free audio from me at getyoursixfigures.com. Getyoursixfigures.com. If you go there, you'll just put in your email address and name, and it will be delivered to your inbox. So getyoursixfigures.com.
Getyoursixfigures.com.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Shayla, and I appreciate you giving our audience a free gift as we promised. Thank you so very much. Okay, Lori, did you have a free gift?
Yes, ma'am. I want to gift and bless an amazing woman out there. And here are the rules really quick. You first have to email my office at support@loripelzer.com. Support, SUPPORT, at Lori Pelzer, LORIPELZER.com. Also CC me, Lori, LORI, at LoriPelzer.com. Now here's what I need you to do. I need you to send me your story about why you are not becoming successful, becoming the woman you envision. And I need you to be as raw and real, because you will be chosen from me and my team, and you will get notified of this in the next, I think it's Monday. Yeah, I forget the date. Somebody help me out with the date on Monday. I just know it's Monday.
The 5th, January
The
5th.
Okay, we're taking them all the way up to Sunday, these submissions, okay? I'm going to give you an all VIP package to my 2015 Ignite Her Bee conference. You're going to get your room paid for. You're going to get a chance to come on the stage with me. You're going to get an outfit. You're going to get makeup. You're going to get hair done. You're going to get coaching from me. You're going to get a package worth $3,000 if you bought it all by itself. I want to invest in you based upon hearing your raw, your real story. So, why haven't you been becoming successful? What's holding you back? Tell me the raw, the real story. I like them, I like them kind. But we're going to give you a VIP package, all paid for. Wherever we are going to have the conference, when we announce it, if you're in New York and we're in Atlanta, we're flying you there. So you'll get a whole package to come and be with us at the Ignite Her Bee Conference 2015.
All right, that is lovely. Now, who in the heck want to go behind Lori? Oh, don't we always say that?
Y'all also?
Okay, so Ebony, did you have something?
Yes, I do. First of all, I just want to let Lori know that my story will be in her inbox, and she can go ahead and feel free to choose me, and that's fine. I'll be just fine with that, no problem. So I got the email address, Lori, and I will be at you. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking, but you guys really, for real, take her up on that, absolutely. Okay, so. In my tribe, the Purpose, Passion, and Profit group, we talk a lot about purpose and how in order to live a life of fulfillment, you need to be doing what it is God called you to do full time and getting paid for it. But the first step in that is, after you've done the work that it takes, that inner work that we've been talking about, you need to find out and be able to clearly state what your purpose is. And so my free gift to you guys is my report on the 5 things that really purposeful people refuse to do, and then the one thing that you need to do right now in order to operate in your purpose. And so that is located on my website, and my website is Ebony with an I, Trust with 2 S's.com. So that's EBONITRUSS.com. And you just put your name and email address there, where right there on the first page, and it will automatically be sent to you, and you'll have that free report.
Okay, Ebony, thank you so much. Woo woo. Okay.
Whoop, whoop.
Woo woo. Okay, Chanya. Let's see. Are you there? Unmute. Oh, you're over here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not even sure why I'm over there too. But hey, guys, so again, thank you guys so much. I don't know what happened, but I was trying to text in the box, and I said, listen, Lori is giving away like a Mercedes-Benz top of the line. Like, what am I going to give? But you know what? All in love and blessing. I hope that I can support you guys in some kind of way. But capacity for me, I'm technically not a coach, and so I do have a resource that I want to share with you guys. And what I'm going to do is, since Erica has the list, you don't have to email me anything, you don't have to call me. I will send the resource to Erica, which is a 2015 guide on how to live your best life. Really, really good tools. It's sort of an ebook, but it has some really, really great tools in it that I find very useful. Writing down gratitude points, writing down my declarations, which is what I talked about earlier, writing down your affirmations, and goal setting. I'm big on goal setting. If you're going to do anything in life, if you're going to say it, and I always tell my husband, write it down, because if it's not written, it didn't happen. So if you have a goal, you need to write it down and then put to it some action steps to get it accomplished. So I'm going to send the two directly to you, Erica, and you can share with your list. And it's a PDF file where they can have it, and it can be reused, because I just think that it's a great resource, and it's for 2015. So that's pretty much what I have. But I love all you guys. Just so you know that I'm probably going to go to your website. I don't need the free trip, Lori, but I really want to support you guys as much as I can. So I look forward to, staying connected. And Erica, again, thank you for having me to be a part of this conversation. I really have learned a lot, and was very happy to share. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, do you want to give people your email for the ones that want it, so that you can reply to them? Do you want to do it like that so they do have access to you? Or do you want to just keep it like what you said? Uh-oh, I think we got stuck. Okay, so I think she's maybe have lost connection. So we'll go to the next one. Thank you, Chanya, so much for sharing the resource, the free resource. Okay, Cheryl Pullins.
Yes, indeed. So I have a workbook. It's a journaling workbook. It's called Create My 5-Star Lifestyle. And it is basically a lot of what I talked about in terms of getting to this clarity about how you want to feel, what you want your life to look like. And it walks you through doing that, asking yourself questions that you probably have never even entertained or have been asked, and creating this crystal clear picture of what you want your future life to look like. So it's Creating My 5-Star Lifestyle. It's a journaling workbook, and you can go to CherylVIPList.com. Cheryl, CHERYL, VIPList.com.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Okay, so I was just checking my email one more time to make sure I didn't want to miss over anyone. So we was given a free coaching session tonight, and no one applied. But what I do want to do is I want to go over real quick the I want to go over real quick the 7 bullets plus the 2 bonuses that we went over this evening, just in case you're joining in. The first one was make sure that you create relationships for 2015. That will take you a long way, creating relationships. Number 2 is engage your current clients. You don't have to always go look for new clients. The ones that you already have, they've already spent money with you, they already support you, and I'm going to just go as far as to say create new products for them. Shayla, would you agree with that? Yep. Okay, so number 3 is be clear and cleanse. Be diamond clarity and make sure that you purge. Lori, that was from Lori. You have to do the wound work. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. You can't go far without the wound work. Number 4 is plan backwards. Have your vision and plan backwards. Number 5 is positive affirmations and declarations. Even if you have to have music to motivate you, and speak life into yourself. That's a big one. No one else is going to do it for you. So you have to speak life into your own self. Period. Number 6 is be intentional. If you want to be happy, step outside and okay, so Cheryl said, how do you want to feel when you step out of your bed, when you wake up in the morning? So be intentional with your life. And number 7 is be consistent. Take steps always towards your goals. Stay laser focused. There are going to be so many opportunities to come at you. You have to only stay consistent to what you want, because people will get you sidetracked, period. So be consistent. Now the 2 bonuses were you must have support and a community. You must have a support and a community was bonus 1. Bonus 2 is the one thing. Get the book, The One Thing. I forgot who it was, the author was, but The One Thing is a book, and you must go and purchase it, because you cannot multitask, because if you multitask, you're really not doing nothing. So focus on one thing. So I hope that you got what you came for. And my resource, as everyone knows, is not a free resource, but it is an amazing resource. Now, it is my 60-day Fast Start program, and it is called Worth. Fast track your way to worth. Now, the question is, what are you committed to? What are you going to commit yourself and do differently for 2015? And why did I name it Worth? You know, when I named it Worth last year, people was like, ha, why'd you name it Worth? But I had to think outside of the box on what do people need? What did I need when I didn't know my true worth? So Worth. I named it Worth because most of us want a great life, but we don't know what we're worth. We don't know what our value is. We don't know that we can create anything that we want. You have to know your worth. So what it entails is 60 days. Is the Google Hangout exposure, just like we're doing now, so that that's a part of helping build your exposure. You get 1 group call per month. Again, it's a 60-day program. You get templates and worksheets that'll help you build your business and build your worth. Before you can do any kind of business, you have to know who you are, what you want. You have to be clear on what do you want in life, how do you want to live your life. And there is going to be some breakdowns that you will come across so that you can have some breakthroughs. Now, the benefit of this is you need to know and accept your gifts. You have to know your talents. And earlier I was saying that I used to dim my light. So I know for sure that you are dimming your light. You don't want you don't want people to see how big you really are, how magnificent you really are. And you don't want people to see you shine. Well, guess what? No longer. You have to be committed to your success. No, if no one is going to help you, you have to help yourself. No one's going to knock on your door and say, okay, it's time for you to shine. No, you have to know that you bring value. And if you haven't learned in this amount of time, you need help. You need support. And you need to take back your power. You have to. Some of you want to increase your life so bad, but something is holding you back. Something is keeping you stuck. You have a breakdown. You have a breakdown. And you need a breakthrough. You need support. Also, the benefits is some of you need order in your life. You need a life makeover, period. So you need to know your worth. You need a life makeover. And you need to live boldly and confidently. Some of you are always asking permission. Some of you are always asking permission on things before you go forward. Well, that's because you don't know your worth. That is because you don't know your worth. Now, the first 5 people that email me tonight that says, I want in, and they're serious, because I only have 5 spaces, that says, I want in, at info@ericacareem.com. They will receive a 1-hour deep dive coaching session with me and an action steps to your 2015 plan. That's for $397. Now your other, you'll get the email templates. I gave you some things that you can do earlier if you just rewind the broadcast, but I have not given you the ultimate on how and what to say so that you can email people so that you can get more interviews. And the bonus 3 is the mindset call. You have to have the mindset to get where you want to be in life. You have to declare and decree out loud, because once you do that, then you have to take action, because people are going to be looking at you then, and that's what you want them to do, is to look at you. It's 90% attitude and 10% implementation. So the total value of this tonight is $1,585, but you won't pay that. Now, I've sold this package for $997, but you won't pay that either. Today's price, and again, it's the first 5 people. I only have 5 spots available. Today, you will pay $497, and we will even break it up into 3 payments of $177 each. 14 days apart. Now, why do I let you break it up in payments? It's because I used to be there. I used to have to break it up in payments to get what I needed. And worth, you need to know your worth. So, info@ericakareem.com. It's only $497 today. The first 5 people email me and say, I want in. And in closing, my prayer for you is for you to love yourself enough to step into your power, to gain full clarity on what you're looking for in your life, so that, and also that you got here, that you got what you came for tonight. Also, my prayer for you is wherever your heart is broken, you be forgiving. You have to be forgiving to move forward. And whatever is saddening you, and that space of void that you have in your heart and in your soul, whatever you're dealing with, I pray that you get some healing. Now, you don't have to go through me tonight, but please go through somebody. Go through somebody. If you want your life to change, get some help. So again, my program, 60-day program called The Worth, tonight is only $497. And my email is info@ericakareem.com. Okay, ladies. Does anybody else have any closing remarks? Okay, well, I want to say publicly that I thank you so much for coming. I appreciate and enjoyed every moment of this, and I look forward to connecting with you all again. And for my attendees, reach out so that you can have an amazing 2015. Peace and blessings. Bye.
Bye-bye.